So this past Sunday afternoon, I sit down and I watch the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a great game. It was one of those exciting games that was back and forth, and it goes to the very, very end. And just when it looks like the New England Patriots have the upper hand and they score, it looks like they might have put the Steelers away yet again. Here come the Steelers roaring back, a big long pass play to Juju Smith-Schuster, and all of a sudden the Steelers are in business. Which brings us to the Jesse James play. Which brings us to the shame of it all, which brings us to the problem, or one of the problems with the NFL today. And it's one of these things where leave it to the National Football League, where you have a marquee game like this with so much on the line, talking about home field advantage throughout the playoffs between our easily the two best teams in the AFC. And we're not talking about the quality of play. We're not talking about the superstars. We're not talking about coaching decisions. We're not talking really about anything directly related to the players or the coaches. We are talking about the referees, and we are talking about the rules. There's nothing that brings down the league more than when your games ultimately revolve around discussions of referees and or rules. And that's exactly what we got here. And it's one of those familiar foes for so many of us fans, the catch rule. The worst thing you could do when it comes to a sport, when it comes to television, whatever your entertainment vice might be, the worst thing anybody could do when they're trying to entertain you is confuse you. Because confusion can lead to frustration, exasperation, and ultimately a decision to not watch. Because why? If you can't figure out what's going on, if you don't know what's going on, why would you get emotionally invested in something when it doesn't make sense to you? And as I'm sitting there watching this play, Jesse James, the tight end for the Pittsburgh Steelers, catches the ball from Big Ben here, gets 2 feet down, turns his body, and in the process of getting ready to go down, demonstrates some form of control by being able to actually take the ball and reach it across the goal line. But because the ball came loose when it hit the ground during the process of the catch, it was ruled incomplete. Then Big Ben sits there, eventually tries to do the fake spike, which is all types of awkward, throws the ball over the middle of the field. Bob's your uncle. The Patriots pick it off. The Patriots win. And it was a steaming pile of crap finish to what was a great game. We've been here before. The Dez Bryant catch rule a few years ago in the playoffs for the Cowboys against the Packers at Lambeau. Going a few years before that, where we really call it the Calvin Johnson rule, that opening game of the season against the Bears. Calvin Johnson catches it, turns, falls to the ground, rolls over, and after completing the rollover, puts the ball on the ground with his hand in complete control of it and gets up and celebrates, and it is ruled an incompletion because he did not complete the process of the catch. Like after the Dez Bryant situation a few years ago, nothing happened, nothing changed. The Calvin Johnson situation a few years before that, nothing happened and nothing changed. How does it make any fucking sense that if Jesse James had gotten the ball handed off to him and he broke the plane with the ball as he was going down, but once he got down on the ground with the ball before, let's say, his knee hit or nobody touched him, but if he fumbled the ball then, it would still be a touchdown because once the ball broke the plane, it's a dead play. It's over. He scored. But here, this guy gets 2 feet down, turns his body, demonstrates control, and within the process of that, chooses to reach out again with control of the ball to ultimately have it not be ruled a catch and not be ruled a touchdown, even though he clearly broke the plane at the goal line, because again, it's about the process of the catch, and he wasn't a runner yet, and that's different. This is dumb. This is stupid. I don't even know if I can argue in this particular case that the referees made the right ruling based off of the rule and how it's written, because if Jesse James didn't do enough there to be classified as a runner, then what the hell does it mean? But this is where it gets so stupid with the NFL. Like, you have a rules committee, competition committees, and you guys can't figure out a better way to determine what the fuck is a catch and what the fuck is not? Like, I'm sorry, a couple of years ago, what happened with Des Bryant? That's a catch. Calvin Johnson years before that, that's a catch. And I can tell you, I don't give a crap if you're a Steelers fan, a Patriots fan, or a fan of some other NFL team, or you just don't really care about any of these teams. What Jesse James did, to me, was clearly a catch. And the fact that the NFL has a rule in place that makes it so goddamn confusing that honestly, who the hell could even know at this point what a catch is? It's just absolutely mind-numbing stupidity. Like literally, even when former officials try to explain the rule and what is a catch versus what is not, they sound like they don't freaking know. And the real truth is, even if they don't want to admit it because they were former officials, they don't freaking know. Because there's so much subjectivity to it and so much opinion. At what point in time do we transition from in the process to actually having completed the process of the catch to becoming a runner? It's insane. The NFL has to fix this. It's one of the most basic plays you have. A run or a catch. And we're talking about the catch here. Most NFL fans now cannot even tell you what is actually a catch because of the garbage like you saw Sunday afternoon in that Patriots-Steelers game. And that's ridiculous. What's it going to take for this rule to be modified, to be updated, to be simplified? Are we going to have to see this play cost a team a Super Bowl victory in order for this to happen? And even then, is that going to make a difference? This NFL catch rule is stupid. The referees know it, fans know it, the teams know it, the NFL knows it, Commissioner Roger Goodell most certainly has to know it. So of course, nothing has been done to change it or simplify it, and it's stupid. This rule is stupid because in this particular case, the NFL is freaking stupid.